You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding the significance of India's struggle for independence. The air crackled with anticipation. India, a land of ancient wisdom and vibrant culture, yearned for freedom. The British Raj cast a shadow over the subcontinent. From the Himalayas to the Indian Ocean, the spirit of resistance surged. A new dawn was breaking, the dawn of Indian independence. For centuries, India had been the jewel in the crown of the British Empire. Its vast resources fueled British prosperity, but the price was paid in the blood, sweat, and tears of millions of Indians. The exploitation and denial of basic human rights could not last forever. The seeds of discontent sown by British imperialism had taken root. From the Sepoy Mutiny to Gandhi's non-violent resistance, the struggle for freedom gained momentum. The Indian National Congress rallied the masses. Leaders emerged, calling for an end to tyranny. The world watched as India stood defiant. The struggle for independence was a fight for justice, equality, and the soul of a nation. The battles ahead would test the resolve of the Indian people, but their spirit would not be broken. In the Chittagong Hill Tracts, a remote corner of Bengal, a spark of rebellion ignited. Master Surya Sen, a schoolteacher turned revolutionary, rallied a group of young, fearless freedom fighters. Their target, the British Armoury, a symbol of colonial might. On the night of April 18, 1930, under the cover of darkness, Surya Sen and his comrades launched a daring raid. Armed with whatever weapons they could gather, they stormed the armoury, catching the British off guard. The battle raged, gunshots echoing through the hills, a testament to the courage of these young men. Though outnumbered and outgunned, the revolutionaries fought with unwavering determination. They knew the odds were stacked against them, but their love for their motherland fueled their every move. The Battle of Chittagong Hill Tracts, though ultimately unsuccessful in its military objective, sent a powerful message to the British. The legend of Surya Sen and his band of brothers spread like wildfire. Their sacrifice inspired countless others to join the fight for freedom. The Chittagong uprising became a symbol of resistance, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Indian people. The year 1942 witnessed a pivotal moment in India's struggle for independence, the Quit India movement. World War II raged, exposing the hypocrisy of British claims of democracy. Mahatma Gandhi called for a mass civil disobedience movement. Do or die, his words resonated across the nation. From cities to villages, Indians heeded the call. The British response was swift and brutal, yet the spirit of the movement remained unbroken. The Quit India movement set the stage for India's independence. The year 1947 dawned with a mix of hope and trepidation. The British, weakened by war and facing unrelenting pressure, finally agreed to grant India its independence. The Indian Independence Act, passed by the British Parliament, paved the way for the birth of two new nations, India and Pakistan. On August 15, 1947, as the clock struck midnight, India awoke to freedom. Years of struggle, sacrifice, and bloodshed had finally borne fruit. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, addressed the nation, his words echoing the hopes and dreams of millions. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. Not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially, he proclaimed, his voice filled with emotion. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. Section 5. Scars of Freedom. The Partition. The joy of independence was bittersweet, overshadowed by the tragedy of partition. The division of India along religious lines, a hastily implemented plan, unleashed a torrent of violence and displacement. Millions were uprooted from their homes, forced to migrate across newly drawn borders, their lives torn apart by the horrors of communal riots. The partition, a dark chapter in India's history, left an indelible scar on the national psyche. The bloodshed and suffering witnessed during those tumultuous months stand as a grim reminder of the human cost of division. Families were torn apart, ancient communities shattered, and the land soaked in the blood of innocents. The scars of partition run deep, a constant reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of unity. The stories of loss, displacement, and resilience passed down through generations serve as a cautionary tale. Section 6. Legacy of the Struggle: The Birth of Two Nations. From the ashes of the British Raj rose two new nations, India and Pakistan. Each embarked on its own unique journey, shaped by its history, culture, and aspirations. India, a secular democracy, sought to build a nation based on the principles of justice, equality, and fraternity. Pakistan, an Islamic republic, aimed to create a homeland for Muslims in the subcontinent. The birth of these two nations marked the beginning of a new era in South Asia. The end of colonial rule ushered in an age of self-determination, but it also brought new challenges. The legacy of partition, the Kashmir dispute, and other unresolved issues cast a long shadow over relations between the two neighbors. Despite the challenges, both India and Pakistan have made significant strides in the decades since independence. They have emerged as important players on the global stage, their voices carrying weight in international affairs. Section 7. Echoes of the Past: The Impact on Modern India. The echoes of India's struggle for independence continue to resonate in the 21st century. The values of democracy, secularism, and social justice, for which countless freedom fighters sacrificed their lives, remain the cornerstones of modern India. The nation faces new challenges. Poverty, inequality, and religious intolerance continue to plague its progress. Yet, the spirit of resilience, the belief in the power of unity, and the unwavering commitment to progress inherited from the freedom struggle continue to inspire generations of Indians. The sacrifices made by those who fought for India's freedom serve as a beacon, guiding the nation towards a brighter future. Section 8. A Tribute to Courage: Remembering the Architects of Freedom. As we commemorate the anniversary of India's independence, let us remember the countless individuals who fought tirelessly for freedom. From the leaders who charted the course to the ordinary men and women who took to the streets, their courage and sacrifice made this day possible. Their stories of bravery, resilience, and unwavering patriotism continue to inspire generations of Indians. The battle for freedom was fought not just on the battlefields, but also in the hearts and minds of millions. It was a struggle that transcended religion, caste, and creed, uniting a nation in its quest for self-determination. Let us honor the memory of those who fought for India's freedom by striving to build a nation that reflects their dreams, a nation that is just, equitable, and prosperous for all its citizens. Let the echoes of their courage and sacrifice guide us as we navigate the challenges of the 21st century.